Hey, what's up? So I got my program here, right? It's not exactly like how I showed before, but I can make it like that. But right now I'm getting the functionality, so like it's all functional: grayscale, R channel, G channel, B channel, combined RGB, and then the sliders down here that work too. So like as you can see, there's tons of sliders, but not too much. 100. It's for the canvas, so it's like what does it say? Not much. Oh wait. Yeah, so it's 160,000 sliders. Ain't bad at all. So what it is, it goes 0 to 9. And you're probably wondering, like, isn't hexadecimal 0 to 255? Yeah, but if you break it into sections, like 0 to 2, like to 40 to 80 to 120, and up until 255, you still get an image. It's not gonna be as crisp as other images and stuff, but you'll get the basic image there. I can show you with one image. Put sector there, and it still looks good. Get all the data there, and let's try another image. Let's try random noise for it. Random noise. As you can tell, that's random noise. Definitely that's random. And try to fill black. Black should be all down below, and then white should be up above. So like here it is. Yep, it's all maxed out. And then I invert it. I don't know what invert does it, but like it just makes it to black, I guess. Okay, that's cool. But then let's load another image. We'll load another image right here of this right here. So this is a model. It's an actual model. It's not an actual person. And you can tell like there's the graph for it. It has all the pixels there. I can select the pixel. Let's say select this pixel. It doesn't really want to do it, but like later on, I got to make functionality. I can select the individual pixels, and it goes to that pixel position over here on the slider. But let's say like if I want to change this pixel up here to red, I could do that. I could go in and go to G channel, and there, make this down below. So like drop this down a little bit. Hold on, it's not wanting to do it. I don't know why it doesn't want to do it. But like it does do it in combined probably, yeah. So if I make it down here, it probably would turn black. Let's see there, and turn off the pixel border. See if it's black. Should probably turn black on some of them. So let's see. Yeah, I think I seen it turn black. Let's just try one of these over here. Try to figure out one that's close with the hair photo. I'm trying to see which pixels would be black. So it's got to load because my computer's slow. Yeah, there we go. There it is. So it's changing these pixels over here. As you can tell, watch when I bring it back up here. Watch it go away. See? There. Went away. That line right there, that was the pixel that was the pixels that I changed. Went away. But it was I'm able to adjust every pixel color. And as you can tell, you still get good for the 0 to 9. You still get an image, and it turns out pretty good. So you get like the basic structure. If you want to go later, if I want to write an AI program that goes in and looks at the image and does all the little details of it, later on, I can do that. So like, let's load another image. Go back here, and just load an image of this program. So here's the program. as you can tell. There, image space editor. So that's the thing that I was getting at, is that this image editor, putting it in sliders like this, shows that all images can be made between the sliders of 0 to 9. And you just have to put it in a graph like this, and you see that it does it. No, some of these are like white. I wonder why. Yeah, there's white there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see. Okay. I can load any image in here, and like a cat. There we go. And it does the sliders. So any image, if I go black, like I said, it just goes all the way down. If I go full white, it goes all the way up. So any image that lies between 0 and 9 is going to be in these sliders. It's just trying to make the image. If you go to random, see like if you go to randomize, it's so random that there's no way of telling what kind of image it is. It's just a random image. But if you have it uniform, like uniformity, like an image like a dog, then yeah, it's gonna look uniform. You know, not all jattery, jiggerty, or whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, you get uniformity. You get image. So like, I can load any image here, and it's gonna do on the sliders, like I said. So a program image of the galaxies, even like shows. Like I can load in video, and it'll just adjust the sliders accordingly. That'd be kind of cool. Like, you know how like on audio, how it shows when the music's playing, the sliders go up and down like on the equalizer on different notes and stuff on the frequencies. Well, this is just like that, but it's for pixels. So if you're playing a video, it'll adjust the sliders accordingly as the video goes along. You can pause it and then adjust the sliders later and stuff like that. So yeah, it does it. I should probably add that feature in. But let's see. So we can see real time pixel sliding. So like I said, galaxies. I got a picture of a galaxy here. No, I don't. I got a picture of an apple and stuff. But I'm gonna do these. So like, yeah, it loads any image up, and the computer could already do it. It could already display any kind of image you want. That's the power of computers today. So like, if you were able to go in here and meticulously adjust every pixel and every combinatorial of these 160,000 pixels, you get every image that ever possible. Pictures of like shows that is your life, my life, a world's life. You know, like if it was a camera pointed at our somewhere, anywhere in like 40, not 40, but like since we're in like a three-dimensional, like if the camera's over in the corner or the top of the, looking down as like a security camera, I could do that. If it's in like a different, like where those camera angles are at, as a 360-degree sphere where the camera angle could be at. It could be zoomed in, it could be far away, blah blah blah. It could show it. So like if it was a show, of course you got to make different clippings of, like, if you want to like to get a different feel of the kind of show. It could do that. Our whole life could be a show. Viewed as a show, like someone with a camera, like viewing our life as like let's say someone that's seen you in your life, and you wanted to see how their view was in their life. So like the time they were born to the time every time they seen you through their eyes, you could see that in like through this image editor, through just making the images of that. So if you wanted to, You know, everything they did. You know, pick up a soda, drink it, and stuff like that. You know, you can't feel what they did, but you could like see what they did. You know, kind of thing out of their two eyes. But like, if you ever want to see how you view through their eyes, you could do that with computers and stuff, and it's just amazing. I see that and I'm like, wow. You know, if you really want to step in someone's shoes, you can. Later on, if they ever do make virtual reality a thing, then yeah, you can feel what they feel and stuff like that. But you can't really be them because you would remember that you had a life before that, unless you totally erase all your memory and stuff. But who wants to do that? But yeah. So like, see, load any image, puts it down on the sliders. Banana. Ah, yeah. So like, I could save the image. I could export the data and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I could break it into RGB channels. So what this does is let it load. Hold on. So this puts in like the channel for grayscale, but only the pixels that are supposed to be B are lit up, or you know, signaled. So there's G channel and B channel. I mean R channel. And you combine those three channels. That's how our cones work in our eyes, or our brain. But the computer does it. You need an easy way to think about color for our eyes. You know, if you're like, what is the rods do the color or the cones do the color? Think of the C and the cone. The C is in color, and then C is in cones, and then you can just easily remember that. Simple as that. So yeah, that's this, and like I said, any image ever possible. Any like, if you want a picture of, let's go here. Let's go here. All right, ChatGPT. Um, Give me a image of heaven. There, watch. Of course, ChatGPT is able to make um, the image, which we already have the image generator that can make any image. So it's just filling the gaps, you know, filling like, well, there's so much gaps that there's no way to fill it all in because of storage space. If we were able to store every image possible, you know, in a storage device, then yeah, we'd be able to, you know, navigate through, you know, mass amounts of images. And that's the problem. We don't have the storage space to do that. So this is supposed to be heaven, right? Supposedly. So let's download the image. Okay. Load image. There. Like I said, it's in between the sliders. So yeah, you're gonna get an image of heaven. Right there, right? Supposedly. Alright. Well, I could say one thing. Hold on. If you want an image of Jesus, right? Everyone knows really what Jesus looks like. So, image of Jesus. And I could verify if that looks like Jesus. Like, I'm like, you know, I know what, like, over time, you know, what people showed me and what I seen. I'm like, is that, you know, I could be like, okay, Jesus had brunette hair, had a beard, and he had long hair and stuff. So if it looks like Jesus, I'd be like, yep, that's Jesus. Watch. Let's wait. Sure enough, that kind of looks like Jesus. Yeah, I'll just save that because I want to save that. I just saved Jesus on my computer. Just, it's kind of cool because, like, you know, like I said, it's brunette, beard, and everything. Looks like Jesus, right? So when I go here, I can load it in. You know, aren't we gonna see in heaven? So like, yeah. So our this image editor could actually show us everything that we could see in heaven. It's kind of strange because it's like, what else is there then that I can't display? You know, who knows? But and then I could display anime if I want to. Image of Super Saiyan J Goku. Let's go of Trunks. It probably knows. It probably knows. Watch, it's so good at predicting that I predict Trunks. And what I was saying with with this we could display recipe images. So like if you have the Nesquik watch, hold on, what this dude's saying. So you got DBZ Trunks, right? Download that, and then Nesquik. How you spell that? Nesquik. Nesquik. Just say it'll fix. It'll know what I'm talking about. Cookie back of the package recipe image. I think it's Nesquik or something like that. Yeah, Nesquik. Yeah. What yellow package is the cookie chip that has the recipe how to make it? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Can you generate? Can you generate just the back? Okay, so it's Nestletoe House chocolate chips. Okay. And watch, it'll generate the recipe. Okay, it's a little bit you won't do it because it violates the They could do it, but it just won't do it because it's safeguarded. So, damn man, I wanted that too. Because what if I need to make chocolate chip cookies? But there it is, right? And has a recipe right there. I'm just looking at all the stuff in there. So like, can I save this image? Yes, I can. So I can save it. So Nestle. So let's just there it is. So like, okay, let's go here, and let's go desktop. Should be on the desktop. Right around. Did you download it? Oh, there it is. Nestle. There it is. Isn't that something? Bam. Words and everything. Letters and everything can be seen. So it's pretty awesome that programs could do this, and like look at the sliders, right? Bam. All the information is there. And yep, we can invert it. Whatever that does, but I think it just makes it like 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 the exposure is like I don't know. So wondering what that does. There, it's inverted. So I got a problem with this scroll bar. There we go. Calories, 70 calories. Not unless just make disregard everything I just said and just like let's go with calories, right? But like yeah, no, um, yeah, this is the program. So what I'm saying is like if it could do recipes like that, computers could see that and be like, okay, that's what you need. So it's like I need to get milk, I need to get eggs, I need to get a bowl, I need to mix it together and all this stuff. So if like a the robot system needed to do that, it would know how to do that. And it goes with making programs. If it had code and stuff, it could see the code, compile it, and everything, and make the program. So we're there already. Like basically navigating image space and everything like that. Everything's there, but it's just a storing of all the images is and put in order. Which here's the order is right here. So like if we go to this all black image, right? So then I move this up one, right? Move it up one. That's the first image ever in image space. And then I gotta go down here, make it 0. Or who knows, this might be the one. That's the second image of image space. Just a little dot in the corner, just a little dot. And then, or this could have been the second image, go up here, where it goes to the second image, right? We don't know, really, but like, you can make it either that way, we just gotta, if it makes an image either way, so be it. But you have to do every pixel by itself, like, like do the permutations of every pixel slider, pixel of the pixels and stuff like that, if you will. And if you have sliders like this, you have to go through each slider and permutate it or combinatorial it in a way that it does it. So it's tedious, and then we save it. That's going to be tons of images, noise images. But I'm trying to figure out how to land on images every time without having artifacts, without having random or non-consensual, not consensual, but like non-consistent images. So yeah, so if it's consistent, then yeah, that's an image. So yeah. Okay, so that's that, and yeah, I just wanted to show you that. If you don't understand what image space is, that's what image space is. Is basically everything that is in the background that can be generated, or everything that's in the foreground that's already generated. Is a both. It's both. Like if you combine them together, it's all images ever possible, and we are able to do that with computers, but we just don't have the storage space to store it all. I mean, there's Superman memory, DNA memory, stuff like that. If we find a way to store all the images in a compact solution, we could have any show we ever want to watch, anything basically, any video game that we want to see played. If we want to make a video game this way, like we ask a computer, evaluate the video game, that because like if you think about it, you're gonna be doing the exact same thing in the video game if you watch it, even on the someone do it, like the computer doing it. Either way, it's gonna be like let's say it's me playing the video game, or it's my brother playing the video game, or it's my sister playing the video game. They're gonna be doing different things, but if I want to see me playing the video game and play it as me, I could have the computer make the video game and basically I don't know, just make things possible for me or myself to play the video game like as me. It's kind of weird saying that, or I could just have it play as my brother, so I could be like, oh, he would go over here and he would do this and that and that. So like I won't have to have all the functions that like if I would play the video game. So like I could add all those in too. I could combine them all and stuff, but that would be a pretty big file, big video game file. So like yeah, everything's there. You just gotta see it. Like I mean, I even showed you pictures of heaven. All right, so like That we could actually have us where we're walking through heaven, everything like that, and talking to Jesus, talking to God and stuff. It's all here on the computer. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. That's cool. All right, take care.